Hi loves, it's your girl Mila, and welcome back to Mila's TV. If you're new here, this is where we talk about real-life stories. Love, heartbreak, friendship, growth, and everything in between. Every story here comes with a lesson and a little bit of magic. Sparkles. So grab a drink, get cozy, and let's get into today's story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Chapter 1: The Shadow After Sunset. Amara was only 8 when her mother passed away. Her father, Mr. Alayemi, remarried a beautiful woman named Funk, hoping she'd bring joy back into their home. At first, she smiled sweetly and pretended to care, but behind those smiles lived envy and cruelty. Once Mr. Alayemi left for work, she showed her true self. Amara became her maid, cooking, washing, and serving her stepsister Tenny, who wore fine dresses and mocked her. Amara's little mistakes brought harsh punishments. If she broke a plate, she slept hungry. If she sang while working, Funk slapped her for being lazy. Yet, through it all, Amara clung to her late mother's words. Asterisk, never let pain harden your heart. Let it shape you into light. Asterisk, her heart stayed soft, even in a house filled with hate. Chapter 2: Hope in the Dark. Years passed, and Amara grew into a beautiful, gentle young woman. Though her stepmother tried to dim her light, nothing could kill her determination. Every night, after finishing chores, she snuck to a nearby library and studied under dim light. Her dream was to change her story through education. One day, the community announced a scholarship exam for outstanding students. Amara wanted to apply, but Funk tore her form to pieces, laughing cruelly. Fate, however, had a plan. Her stepsister Tenny begged Amara to fill her form for her, and Amara secretly filled one for herself too. Weeks later, the results were announced on the radio. First position, Amara Alayemi, the announcer read. The crowd cheered, but Funk was furious. It must be a mistake, she screamed. Yet everyone knew the truth. The maid had become the pride of the town. Chapter 3: The Escape. Funk's anger turned dangerous. She refused to let Amara go to the city to claim her scholarship. The night before her departure, she locked Amara in the storeroom with no food or light. But destiny stepped in. Mr. Alayemi returned unexpectedly from his trip, heard his daughter's cries, and broke the door open. Seeing her weak and frightened broke his heart. "My child, what has this woman done to you?" he whispered in tears. That night, truth finally defeated deceit. Mr. Alayemi confronted Funk, who could only stammer and lie. The next morning, he personally escorted Amara to the bus station, handing her a small envelope with money and her late mother's gold locket. "Never forget who you are," he said softly. Amara hugged him tightly and promised to make him proud. As the bus drove off, she felt freedom for the first time. Chapter 4: The City of Second Chances. The city was loud and busy, nothing like the quiet village Amara left behind. Life was tough, but she was tougher. She studied hard, worked small jobs, and never complained. One day, she met David, a young doctor who volunteered with the foundation that funded her scholarship. David was kind, humble, and fascinated by her resilience. At first, Amara avoided him. She had learned not to trust easily. But David's consistency melted her guard. He reminded her to eat, helped her study, and always told her, "You deserve the world, Amara." Slowly, she began to heal. For the first time, she felt seen, not as a servant or victim, but as a woman with dreams. They grew closer with time, not through gifts or promises, but through understanding. Love didn't rush. It bloomed gently between two hearts that had known pain. Chapter 5: Forgiveness and Forever. Years later, Amara graduated with honors and returned home. Not as the broken girl who left, but as a successful young woman. Her stepmother, Funk, had fallen into misery. Her husband left her, and Tenny had abandoned her. When Amara found her sick and alone by the roadside, she didn't turn away. She took her home, cared for her, and fed her. Funk cried in shame, asking, "After all I did, why help me?" Amara smiled softly and replied, Because you taught me what not to become. Days later, David arrived with a ring and knelt before her. You turned pain into beauty, he said, and I want to love you forever. Amara said yes, her tears mixing with laughter. Her past no longer hurt. It had shaped her into the woman she was destined to be. Epilogue: Scars of Love. Amara and David built a free health center for widows and orphans, named after her late mother, Grace Foundation. She offered scholarships to children who faced hardship, becoming the same hope she once needed. Whenever people asked how she forgave, she said, asterisk, because love always wins, even after the darkest storms. Asterisk Funk lived her final years peacefully under Amara's care, finally tasting kindness she never gave. On the day Amara got married, the entire town celebrated her. The girl once mocked as a maid now stood as a queen of grace. And as her story ended, one lesson remained clear. Forgiveness doesn't make you weak. It makes you free.